right, so lots to talk about with Healy new stuff, and I really want to take you into the old back office so that you can capture what you need out of there before it's all gone. So I kind of want to go there first. How you get there is just the way we've always done, partner.healyworld.net. You're going to have to forget that after all of this, but that's where you remember where we went to get into our back office. I know everything's a little bit mushed right now, but partner.healyworld.net is how we used to get into the old back office. It's still up and running for us to capture. So I'm just going to take you there really quick. Okay. Okay, so some of the big things that you might want to do, depending on your organization, is if you go to my organization and you go to this tree genealogy, which some of you may have never gone to before, but if you go to the tree genealogy, it will give you this rundown of people that are in your team, right? And then there's a little knob in front of those that you can then just click and it'll extend out. And then, like I said, depending on how big your team is, now you guys are amazing, and my pages are 161 pages of this. So I had to save it to a PDF. But if you keep going, I mean, it'll go out all the way across depending on how many levels deep that is. Okay, so that's one place I want you to go. That's my organization and my tree genealogy. Another place you can go is your sponsor genealogy. This is going to be more of the tree look, so you may not be able to capture this in a screenshot altogether. My internet is slow on this page for some reason. I think it's still spinning. It is still spinning. It's going slow, but it's spinning. Okay, let's do this. Let's stop that page and let's go to where I want to take you for your reports. We're going to go to iPayouts or My Payouts and then go to My Payouts again. Okay, it's going to make me do it again. The new website is faster, I have to say that. Okay, now this is my mom's and she's only been in here a couple of times, but what you're going to see is a couple of different things. You're going to see all of this information will be in these two folders, okay? And do you see where it has the little padlock over here? If you click that, it will unlock that document. Okay, and then I'm going to show you the difference between these two documents. Okay, so this one right here, if I click the I, this is going to show what was made. It's not going to necessarily show who did it or anything. That's just a document that can then be printed out or can be downloaded, whatever you want to do with that. But this one here, this I, once you click the padlock and you unlock the I, you click that, it'll give you exactly what happened and who it was. See, there's Karen As, and she made $11 on it. So this all is part of this payout and what was released. So what I want you to do for, 2020, 2020, if you've gone into your iPayout and you got your 1099, that's pretty much settled. If you have a discrepancy with that, obviously you have to take that up with Healy. But 2021, that we need this. We need all the way from January up until now, which is in this back office, not in our new back office. And I haven't seen a place where I can find financials for previous. We'll go there and look, but I kind of feel like I think it's from June 7th forward is the new back office. So anything that's here. So if you look, this is January, February, March, April, and then June or July. So all of these could be copied for her. So this is what you need to do. So just make a note to do it tonight. Do it sometime where you can go in and you just unclick to open up the I so that you can open up all of these and print them. So at least you have record of all of your commissions, who they came from, where they came from, and you can have them in paper form or PDF for this, for 2021's tax keeping. And like I said, 2020, I don't think anybody really needs to do that unless you feel like there's a really huge discrepancy that you need to contact Healy corporate and resolve payment wise. But other than that, this is where you need to go to get in and do that. You can go to the, on my reports, you can go to point history. And this is a really long document. Let me move my photos here. If we scroll all the way to the bottom, there, that's her last payment there. But it really doesn't show. I mean, you view all the orders, you know, you can definitely do that. You can put it in a, put it in an Excel spreadsheet, so you can do all of that. But all of this is, again, going to be in that other place too. So I think this, you know, you might get, you know, you can do screenshots of what you need here, but if you have a large organization, this document is not the one you want to be at. You want to go to the My Payout and click on iPayout and go there. Okay, so those are the two things that I really wanted to show you in the old back office and that you can still get in. It's just when you go to partner, if I can spell it right, partner.healyworld.log, and you come into this log. Oh, I got to log out. Hang on. And then it'll let me. So when you get to this page, and most of us have been clicking here to get to our new back office, you just log in like you did before. You just use your new username and your password to get into the back office. Okay. Okay. So now getting to the new back office. Move pictures again. And so here's how you get into your new back office. So we're going to forget the whole partner thing. And the back office is now my.healy.world. And that's it. No www, no .com, no .net. It's just that, my.healy.world. So if you think my Healy World, my Healy World is in my back office, and put a period in between each of those words, basically you have now your address to get into your back office. The web shop is Healy Shop, but then depending on where you're at in the world, it's US or EU or Asia or AU. Okay, and I have that on a, let me see if I can find it here. It's not there. It is in, I'll bring this back up so you guys can see it. It is in countries right here. Okay, so all of these countries are listed, which is amazing, in the new back office. Up in that little upper right hand corner, when you log in that little pink world, when you click on that, this is the document you get. So you can see every country that we're in, that Healy's in, and then where you would go to access their shop. And that will give you the right currency for those countries. Okay. Let's see. I think let's go ahead and go to the back office. So let's go here. So this is the new back office. So if you go, I'll just show you real quick. That's not what I wanted. Oh, like it opened up a new window. Sorry, guys. I must have closed it. Okay, when you go to that old one, partner.healyworld.net, and it says click on My Healer, it'll take you right to here. So this is where you will come to, is here. So I'm going to sign into this one.
Maria, while you're in here, there's also a question about which link do you send to people for shopping, and I'm guessing it's from the new back office.
It is from the new back office, and I'm going to show you that in this because it is a teeny bit confusing now. So I'm going to show you how to send people to go to your web shop. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Okay. So here is the new back office, and I don't know if it fixed a link here. No. So there's a lot of links here, kind of like ATP, that are not usable. All of these here are all usable. So you can click on and download the compensation plan, the transition guide, all the price list, everything is here. And so that's nice, but they have been working. These links are not done yet. In the shop, in the web shop, all the bottom links are working, but in our back office, these are not working yet. So let me tell you what is working. What is working is this little menu button over here. Now, I don't know on a phone if that's visible. Haven't been to this website yet, but if you can't access this menu button on your phone, then you're going to have to just go to your desktop or your laptop for right now until they figure that part out. But in this tab, we have my business, which is the genealogy and unplaced partners, and then my tools, the links in the academy. So everyone is going to love the genealogy tree because it literally shows you everyone. So here's my mom, here's her little organization, because I'm never going to sell anything, my mom. But when you click on it, it shows her number. We all have ID numbers now. See, we all have ID numbers, has her name. And then if you click on anybody here down below, it's going to give you that person's name, where they're at. So you can just go through. It doesn't give you any of their information on how to get a hold of them. That would be nice if we had an email or a phone, but we don't have that yet. That may be added soon. But for people who have a large organization, this literally, you just kind of keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and see all your people and then go down. If you come here to, let's see, which one was the compensation? Wasn't the compensation plan? I think it's the dual leg team there. And then it shows you what we're used to seeing. So for those of you who are visual, and this placement team is a little bit like, oh, I thought we were a binary system. We are, but they are treating our enrollment people a little bit different this time. So when you have a large organization, this is like a little pink mess all over your screen, but you can still get in and find people. Okay, so that is under business, that's the genealogy tree. Okay, unplaced partners is fairly similar. Okay, it's just having somebody here, place left or right. I didn't know that this person signed up, but I'll have to place for them. And so I don't know where to put them, or else I would do that for you right now. I just didn't even know that she had somebody in here. But this is where you'll find your volume over here. Okay. And then under my tools, I'm going to go to my academy first. So this is, oh, sorry guys, this is really nice. They've done a lot here. This is the Worldwide Academy. And then if you're in the US, you go here, and they really have done a lot. Look at, I mean, these are a lot of those smaller, shorter videos, you know, the two-minute videos, the 3-minute videos. So some of them are a little frustrating because we want them to go a little deeper. But for the average person who's just signed up and doesn't know a whole lot, these little videos are really nice, and they can just go all the way through, and you can just say, go into your back office, go to Academy, and click on your first steps, and you'll be on your way to learning a little bit more. And then you can learn about the apps, and they have the pink dots and the pink dot and the blue dot, the aura, the resonance. Compensation training is coming. They still haven't done that one yet. And then support on Facebook on where to go. Okay. The other thing on this one is, let me go back. I need to get out of Academy. Okay, so under my tools is my links. So now this is where you would pick up a link to send somebody to register and to purchase. So you'll click on my link. Okay, and then over here, so my mom's in the USA, so she would have to copy this and paste it. So you have to highlight it. It's not highlighted for you. I can't click on this and go to that link, but I can highlight it and then copy and paste it into an email screen. So these are her ID numbers. We each have our own. And so it's going to be really important that we take this and we put it in like a drafted email so that we can get to it easy. Put it in your notes on your phone, so that you don't have to get into your back office every single time you want to send somebody to your website to either register or purchase. Because I don't know if they'll eventually change this to our username. I know that we can change it up here in the URL address bar. We can change it as long as it's exact. It will go to our back office. But for right now, we have the numbers, and that may stay that way. So it's going to be important until we have the exact thing that we can get into. Like, let's do this. If I go to, I'm going to copy this, and I just did my Control C is copy once it's highlighted. And then I'm going to open a new tab, and I'm going to go up here and I'm going to hit Control V. Okay, so it's here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to just backspace up here. If it'll let me, I'm going to backspace, and I'm going to put Nap because that's her username. And let's see what happens. I haven't tried this on mine yet. There it is. There it is. Okay, so if we can put your username in here, and I don't know, like I said, I don't know if that link will always be that way in our back office, or if we have to be the ones to change it to our username, but it has to be exact. It has to be uppercase, lowercase, however you had your username, it has to be exact. And then when it comes up, this has to show, because if you try to go into the web shop right now or register, it will say you have not entered the correct referral number, and you can't do anything. It won't let you even put anything. It'll let you put something in the cart, but then it doesn't let you proceed from there. So you have to sort of be in your back office or someone's back office or their web shop in order to purchase. So you just say, yes, this is my refer. Now I'm in her place, and I can go and shop or register. Okay. So the next thing is, remember how we had this screen here. Okay, so this is how we get to that shop when it's just our basic shop. And then we have to put all that other stuff in order for it to be our personal web shop. Sorry, I'm having to let a few people in. Okay. So this basically takes you to a web shop that you can look at, but then you need to go in and get your link, get your number first, or see, because after when I typed that in, it's gone. So I can't even refer back to what it was. I can though go back and go to register resource content page. There we go. Partner partner name equal. So I guess we can start learning that. It might be easier just to copy this and put it in notes in your phone, or put it in an email draft that you have ready to go, that you can just open up a draft email and then forward it to whoever you want, so that you already have your link in there. So anyway, that's a little bit glitchy at the moment. Hopefully that'll get smoother as we go. Okay, so in order to sign somebody up though, once they've gone to the site and you saw that screen come up, then, in fact, let's just do that again. Let's see if will let me do that again. If I click out, I'm going to see if that box comes up again. No, because there it is. Okay, so now it has her number instead of her name. Okay, so when you're registering somebody, they need to look for this box, or you need to look for this box if you're signing them up. If you're the one signing them up, you need to look for this box and make sure it's there. Say, yes, this is my refer. Then in order to sign up, because if you just say join us, this is really interesting, and this probably will change. There isn't anywhere on here. None of these are links to get in to register, right? So you can't access any of this. It's all telling you about registering. But if you go down here and you click registration, see how it turned pink? If you click that, then it will take you to a place where you can now sign up. And it'll say who your referrer is. I'm assuming that if I would have put NAP, so let's do this again, because I'd like to see anyway for me. Let me put in here, and I'm going to go backwards and put in her username, which is NAP. And I'm going to okay, that should bring up that box again, which it did. Now let's go down to the bottom and click on that registration and see if it says NAP in there. Yep. So if you have your username, your referral, your username will be there. If you use your ID number, your ID number will be there. You have to choose your salutation. So you have to choose Mr. or Mrs. It's not an option anymore. And then you can go down and put in all of your pertinent information. As far as your username, let's make sure that we're telling people not to put their email in here. Let's don't go through that again like we did before. I haven't been told that that's, you know, going to orphan people back to the company again. But just for safety's sake, let's make sure that when someone chooses a username, that they don't choose to put their email in there. Okay. And then you can have them print out or read the code of ethics, the policy, and all of that. And then you hit register. Okay. So that is that one. And now let me come back to here and register to become. So I made a PDF of this, which will be on ATP 123 when I get it up. And it's basically to obtain your member number or the link, put that in, make sure that it says it, might have your username, make sure that box comes up. If the box doesn't come up, you're going to be in the home office shop. Go down to the bottom, click the registration link. And then here is that form. Look for your sponsor's referral number here. Do not put in your email address. I have not had to sign anybody up. I don't know what's beyond this page. So that will be something that we go to as we register new people. I haven't registered anybody new yet since they started and had had this part of the back office working. Okay, so are there any questions on this so far? Because this is a lot of information, sorry, in a short period of time. I'm going to look at the chat here. Gwen, have you been looking at the chat at all?
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt you, but and I was also muted. So the only question that has come up since the last one, is there a way to put our name in the link instead of the numbers?
Just your username.
Well, I was going to say something about that because I think that's what they're referring to, but it depends on what you set up as your username.
Correct.
We said this a long time ago, but if you're new, you don't want to have some weird obscure username, because whatever your username is what ends up in the end of that URL.
Yeah, you don't want Maria eats peaches or something like that. You want something that's, you know, something that's related to your work or your name, or somehow. I usually ask people, how do people know you? How do people refer to you? You know, is it because as we get more members, remember, it's going to be harder to find a username that's available, right? In the very beginning, you could pick Adam and probably get it. And now it would be, you'd have to have your first and last name, Adam Burnett, or do they know you by A Burnett or just Burnett or Adam B, or how would they know you? So that's what I ask people is, how do people refer to you? Because some people have a very, you know, their name is prominent in their business or something like that. And then, you know, they'll pick that. So I usually ask people, you know, how do people know you? Do you want to use a business name or, you know, a personal name, or how do people know you?
Okay, so that just brought up 10 more questions. So first of all, and I don't know the answer to this, so I'm gonna ask Maria, but for those of you, this is why I recommend that you sign up people and don't just give them a link, because one person responded, well, they didn't know that was important. You know, that's the reason you don't want to just send your link to somebody and sign them up as a partner, because they don't know and they'll put some weird crap that doesn't even make sense, or something that is like a password in the username, and then that's their username. And so the question is now coming up, Maria, is there any way to change that? And I don't think there is.
I think now that they have a new back office, you can go in and you can actually change in the shop part, you can actually change your, I think you can change your username now. So let's do that really quick, because that came up. Okay, so let's go to.
No, you could do that with a new thing. So that's good. And so someone says, I didn't know if it was important. Can I change it? You know, so all the rest of the questions are, that. And then one other person asked, is there a video of this call? Yes. And yes, you can send it to your downline. And yes, we post it to the Gwen&Maria 2020 YouTube. And one more question, Maria, how about cookies? If someone has clicked on a YouTube link before yours, it's not as easy to check that people are in the right shop now, because you know how the shop switches, like if
Right.
depending on cookies.
Right. So this is how you would know your refer is this. And then I have not gone into purchase my coil yet, so I don't know. I'll have to do that and see. I haven't. Has anybody on the call purchased anything and they were able to see their name at the top of the shop?
Maria, by the way, I got my coil, so I'll have feedback on that.
Yay!
I know, yay.
So I'm curious if
I
you
purchased mine last week, and it arrived today, and I ordered it through my son's account, and it didn't show any details, and it's not actually showing up in my back office as a sale either.
oops. Thanks for that, Deborah. Okay, well, I know that I'm in my mom's back office because that's here. So let's just go shopping. Let's go shopping for my mom.
Somebody has background noise and I'm going to mute you. I think that's Laura. So I'm muting Laura so that there's not background noise. Okay.
Okay, so we're here. I'm going to say proceed to checkout. I still don't have anybody's name at the top. There's still nothing up here. If you've shopped with us before. So yeah, this doesn't look like, so maybe these sites are just a little bit not secure yet. So, because it says become a Healy World member. Oh, wait, I didn't look down here. But it doesn't give you who you refer is here, even though we know we're in her shop because that's where we came from. So that's definitely something that they're going to need to address unless somebody's seeing something that I don't see.
I didn't see it when I was placing the order.
Okay, but you have not seen it in your back office either.
No.
Okay. Well, that's a little frustrating.
It's probably part of the transition, though. It'll probably sort itself out.
I'm sure once people start saying, hey, I placed an order and I'm not seeing it in my back office, where did it go? They'll start wondering why they're getting all of those. Okay. And did it show up in your son's account?
I haven't looked.
Because you ordered it, did you order it for him from your site or for him?
Through his account for me.
Okay, so then it would show up in his back office then.
Yeah, but it should show up in mine because I'm his sponsor. It's not showing up on my points or anything.
Yeah, and that may be because it's a sale of a Healy, because there's that period of time for return may not show up yet.
Maria, also, if it's a second thing like a coil, it's not going to show up under the commissions, remember?
Right, because you've got that wash period. What do they call it?
Well, no, not because of the wash period, but because of it's a point and not $1.
That's one of the things that is changing, is that we get 25% minimum on all hardware devices, no matter when they've purchased, if that's a first, second, third, or fourth purchase of that business center. So that is one of the.
Okay, because she ordered since July 1st.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Okay. All right. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and log in as my mom. We're in her back office, or we're supposedly in her shop, but let's go ahead and log in as her. Okay. This had a little bit of difficulty yesterday too, and I had to put in her email. So let me see if it goes one more time. There we go. Okay, so I had to use her email. I couldn't use her username. So another little glitch that we're going to have to sort through. Okay. We live for glitches, right? Wait, we don't want to say that. We don't live for glitches. Okay, so here's her desk. So if she wanted to go back to her back office, this would take her there. Okay, all of her, so this is the one thing that's going to be really different between the back office and the shop now. They've actually moved a lot of things back over to the shop that really belong there. And remember on the left-hand side where it said shop, my shop, and you go to that and it would bring up something like this. Well, they've extracted that from the back office website and moved all that information over into the shop. So it's all the same here, but you just can't access it yet from the regular back office. You can't access this section. So here's that account details. Let's see if we can change her username. See, the display name says an app, but this will be how it's displayed. See, I remember them saying that this was going to be easier to do once we had the new back office. So if you go to your shop or just go to shop. So remember, it's US or whatever country you're in, us.healy.shop. No matter, you can just go to there. You don't have to have your numbers or your anything after that. Just go there and then click on login and log in with your, it looks like right now, email and your password. And then this will come up. And then you should be able to go into account details and change that name. And then this is where you change your password. Doesn't look like you can change your email address. So it's interesting because I think in the old back office, you could change your email address, and here you couldn't change your username. And now here it's kind of flip-flopped. You can change your username, but you can't change your email. Okay, so then your payment methods, your address, all of that is the same. This one I really want to show. If you've never been to the old FAQ section, frequently asked questions section of Healy, they have really added a lot. So this is a nice place to be able to send people to. There's just a lot of information in here. So, I mean, that's just a lot of question and answer. Some of them are very, very short and you wish they would go into a little more detail, but at least it's a place that we can look. Where else? Support center. This is where we're going to put in our tickets. Remember on the old back office at the bottom where it said my support center, that has now moved over into the shop because the majority of our shop questions or our service tickets are related to our Healy device or our subscriptions, that type of thing. So again, you're going to submit a new case just like you did the last one. Everything here is very, very similar. You put in, there's still 500 characters, so we can't go full board with, 3 or 4 paragraphs of issues. You can still upload a file if you have a screenshot that you've taken. You can still pick your language that you want to be. Let's see, I haven't done this one yet, so let's go here. Okay, so initially, because I can't go back now, but if you pick whatever, then it will bring up that other drop-down menu. I will have to go through and see what they've added to all of this. So, but it's
Maria.
Yeah.
Sorry, I want to interrupt for 1 second.
Okay.
Well, you can finish this one thing, but going back, we're still having questions on, before you go on to something brand new about the username and email that you had just covered, like where you can enter both.
Mm-hmm.
So the question on chat was, well, we're suggesting you don't use your email because this is why. If you put partner.healyworld.net, /Gwen@gfia.net, that's to me still kind of messed up. Like, why not just use your name, like Gwen Foster or the Living Center or New Vision or whatever you want to reference by? I would not personally put my email as my username, but I get that with the new thing where you can put a username or your email address. Is that right? But that's not what the public sees. So like when Maria's showing it here, that's not necessarily what the public sees. What the public sees is what you tell you want the username to be when you first sign up a partner. Right. If you're putting an email because it's asking you to use either, that's not what we were talking about. So I'm not sure if that's like clarifying or making it more confusing. Your email is your email. And your username is what the public sees as part of your URL that you send to other people as part of their shopping link or your back office link or, you know, whatever. So that's like two different things.
And I
then
think
there's-
that, yeah,
Go
and I
ahead.
think that what they've done is in the old back office. So the first year of Healy, we had a username that people were like, oh, I didn't want kibosh as my part of my URL or whatever. Can I change it? And we never could. We couldn't change that. So I think in order to keep the integrity of the account, even though we're now given an account number, which is awesome, we have an ID number that we're associated with. The integrity of the account has to have some information that is not changeable unless we've made an error, which we would put then a service ticket in saying, I entered the email wrong. But for us to be able to now change our URL, which is like most multi-level companies where you can go in and put something different. In this particular center here, the username, I think this is just associated with this. Plus, when I logged in, remember, I couldn't use her username. I couldn't use an app. I had to type in this. So it's very possible as all the glitches get worked out, if I were able to have logged in with her username, that may show up here. But because I logged in with her email address, that's what's showing up here. I'm just guessing. I don't know exactly if that's how it works or if an email will always show up here, since that's the identifying piece of information in your account system that doesn't look like it's easily changeable now, like it was before. Now it wasn't easy, but you could get it done. But now at least we can change the account in the account details under here. We can go back and we can change the referrer or the displayer name. Okay, this is interesting too, because it says referrer was NAP, display name NAP. So I'm not quite sure. There's a few glitches here. So
Maria, before we move on, there's still like some questions. So I just want to cover the questions before we get too far out of this. So Yamini is saying that she used email as everyone's username. Okay, Yamini, I did not. When I talk to people, I suggested they not use their email address. I mean, some people still use whatever they want, but if I talk to people, I was recommending they choose a username that would be part of the URL. Like, I don't remember what you use, Yamini, but if Maria's saying you can change it now, then it's up to you to change it if you like using your email address. I'm just saying that when you send a shopping link to somebody, it is just a little weird to have your email there. Like if you realize that that's how it's displaying to the link that you're sending. So we're not saying you can't do it. We're saying that, like, mine is New Vision, and you can have yours and being whatever your business name is or whatever your personal name is, something I think that's easy to remember or make sense. Maria, are we 100% sure they can change it at this point from their email to something else?
let me look here. Now it still came up RSK Goldwing. I saved the change, but I don't know if I can log back in and back out yet after making that change. I could try it.
So
really
I think
quick.
before we say that we can change it, we might want to show that we can change it or change it and then change it back, because
it's at least in a field that is changeable. And I remember Doc Steve showed us where to get to that at one point. So I'm going to try to sign in with that again.
Okay, and then someone said they recommend using first name, last name for username. That's what I recommended, or something like their business name. So a few people use their business names. Someone else asked if there's any update on Canada. They've heard September somewhere on the internet. I have not heard an official update from Healy on that.
I have not heard either.
Okay, that's not in this topic. And then one other thing is another question is asking about the coil, because I mentioned I finally got mine. I've just got it, like literally like 2 days ago. So I don't have any opinion yet, but they're saying, does the coil make a big difference in receiving the microcurrents? You guys know I've never used the cords, like since the first month. I have not used the coil, so I don't really want to make an opinion without using it. I just got it and I haven't used it yet. And I would have to use it a while, I think, to see if I feel like it's more powerful or the same. I'm pretty sensitive to stuff, so I think I would notice, but I just haven't. I can't tell you yet. And Yamini is saying she loves her coil. That's a comment on the comments.
Awesome. If you were watching while Gwen was talking, I was logging out of the back the back shop area and logging back in, I still had to, even though I had saved the changes, I still had to log in using her email address. It wouldn't allow me to use the display name. So I'm not sure what that looks like. So we'll see if we can get that ironed out before the next call.
Hey, Maria, I got a UK contact and she said she tried her business name, her email, and it didn't work. And she finally just used her name with a space in between and it worked. And she was like, I wish people had sent me a thing, but that seems to be the exception in this case because she couldn't get in under whatever she used to sign in as before.
Yeah, and I remember seeing that somewhere. It had my mom's, it had Shireen and a space and Nap. But when I tried to sign in with that, it didn't allow me to get in. I think it was, please register this account or something like that. So yeah, I'm not sure exactly how. Hopefully on one of these calls, maybe tomorrow, maybe they'll do maybe on the Wednesday, What's Up Wednesday, maybe they'll give us some information on exactly what that looks like. This is also where you activate your Healy. Now remember, in the old back office, again, that was on the left-hand column. Now it's back here in the shop and it's exactly the same as it was before. You'd come in here, you'd go to your orders first, which is nice. It doesn't kick you out. View your orders. Oh, I have to log into it. Okay, so, and then I can't go back. Let's see, let me go back. There we go. Okay, so for whatever reason, that link is broken. But this is where you would go to activate. When you would go in and get your orders or find your orders, you could probably still do that in your back office, unless it's a brand new order. Get your order number, and then you could come back to the Healy activation page right here and type in here, or find your invoice number and type that in. I've never been successful with option A, but I've been very successful with option B. I have had 2 people that, because of the changeover, it kind of messed up their ability to get into their pink dot and things were kind of wonky. And I said, why didn't you go in, or their subscriptions, one of them, those subscriptions were all grayed out, opaque, they couldn't get into their subscriptions. And I said, you might want to go in and just activate your Healy again. And that worked. It cleared it up. So this might be an avenue to help people if the mitigation over to the new has caused some riff in communication. Okay. Okay. So any questions? I mean, I know there's a lot of questions. I mean, really what we have to look at is we just have to get in here, and I'm encouraging all of you, you can't hurt anything. Just get into these 2 places and get in. Get into your back office and look around and see what's there. Poke around, click the links, go into your web shop and do that. There's the website that they have put together is really, really nice as far as the information and the graphics. Sending people to the web shop now to have them just look at it is very, very, it's reassuring because there's a lot of really great information that they've put. The graphics are beautiful. I mean, they really go all out for that. It's these little fine details, excuse me, that seems to be the glitchy part right now, but we know that they will get ironed out. So again, this is the back office and the web shop. I do want to show you a few of those things though. If we go to
Maria, one more quick question, just while you're moving screens, is since the promotion is finally over, have you heard any update when they're going to be sending the next round of free Healys that people earned during the last promotion?
I've not heard that.
Okay, I haven't either. And then someone's asked if we can demonstrate the coil. Like I said, I just got mine 2 days ago. I have not used it yet, but I promise on the call that's in 2 weeks, I will do a demonstration of the coil.
If I can spell shop right. I'm just going to go back to the shop. So this is just a plain shop. So we can look at it. So even on this front page, everything is here. This is Healy. This takes you to this particular link right here, takes you to this well-being, Healy for well-being. Now watch me be wrong on that, but I'm almost positive that's where it takes you. The Healy editions. Yeah. So it just takes you to So this is a nice graphic. I wish these were a little bit lighter, but or a little bit darker, the text, but these are really nice. I've also put this into because this doesn't have pricing on it. So this one, it's your Healy, but you still have to go buy now to find each one. So what I did, because this is what I do, is I put a Word document together that has all of that, but then also we have the pricing. I will get our other currencies on here. I just haven't done that yet. And I will also put the points on here. So this again will be another document that people can open up, download, or whatever. It'll be available on ATP, and we can put it in Telegram groups as well. Just because it's just a nice to have it all in one. I mean, it's I would have put it down, but I couldn't get it all on the same page, especially with professional. But anyway, I wanted it to be super, readable, and with that really light text in there. I didn't want to scrunch it down. I wanted it to be big so that if people could blow it up, they could even blow it up more and see pricing. Okay, so that's that one. Let's see, where else do we want to go? I want to show you, I just want you to encourage you. This is just the shop, us.healy.shop. Just go and then just start clicking on things. Just start clicking around and you'll find here's all of the Healy World events that they have. All of these links down here in the shops, these all work. So here's pain relief, gives you information there. You can steal and grab little snippets from here if you want to put something in an email. Here's the watch. Some of that's really similar, you'll notice. Some of the graphics are the same, and yet some of the new graphics are just really beautiful and really thought out and planned. Look at, isn't that just a beautiful banner? So they've really done a nice job giving us a lot of great stuff. The only thing that I'm not seeing here that I really wish they had were the program groups. So we will be making sure that we make some really nice program pages, because this is what all of the program pages look like. There's nothing on them. And so even when you click on one and you go to it, it doesn't give you any information on what's in it. Okay, so, but all of these, now they may change all of these and they may do a great program page down the road, but we will be working on making sure that we have some good program pages in ATP 123 so that people can see what they're getting. The videos are nice because obviously they've had nice videos before showing that, and that can be seen in the Academy. Here's the HealAdvisor Search. The animal one is really great too. So let's go to the animal because he's so cute at the top. Look, and this is what animals do with Healy. They just go, huh, okay. So very simplistic, but just basic good information. So for the average person coming here, I don't think they'll feel quite so overwhelmed. All of us who have been on here and we've been doing Healy for quite some time, we want to know the nitty gritty, but that's not the average person just signing up or becoming involved with Healy. They want basic information that they can just do really, really step by step. That's why when you sign someone up and you can send them to the Academy and just have them just go to first steps, and then their job is to just watch those 4 or 5, whatever there are, 2-minute videos to just start the process of that. All of these, you can click on each one of these and it'll take you to wherever you need to go. Here's the upgrades. Okay, so the only thing is the Healy opportunity. You have to come down to that registration in order to get somebody to sign up. My account, I haven't been to that. Let's see what that happens. Oh, it's just a login place. Okay, so that is pretty much the back office. I wanted to show you how to do the, how to get into the old back office and get some of the financial information. I wanted to show you the new back office, the new shop. The one thing that I didn't show you how to do is to get to your financials. So let's do that really quick. And we're going to go back to here. We're going to go back to your home page. So this again is my Healy World, my.healy.world. Okay, so my Healy World. And then as you could tell in the back, there wasn't any place to find finances. It's in a very interesting place now. You're going to go up here to your icon. So you're going to go up to on the right hand side, and you're going to click on the little picture, and then you're going to click on edit profile. Now I made a little video about all of this. I'll put it up on Gwen&Maria 2020 when I get there, but it'll be like a 15-minute video on where to find your financials. So you're going to go to edit profile, and then there's going to be three. Oh, let me get back in real quick. Timed out. Now I can get into her back office with her username. So that's interesting, but I can't get into the shop portion with it. But here you see three tabs: the profile and the contact info and the financial. So there is the financial tab. So you click on that, and then here's where you'll go to get into your iPayout now. So it doesn't have its own tab, you know, in a column somewhere. Now it's sort of hidden within the website. So again, you're going to go up here to the little icon, the profile icon, hit edit profile, and then it'll take you to this page. Click on financial, and that's where you'll get into your iPayout. Okay, so
Maria,
I think,
so Maria, on that page it says contact info, just click on that one. There's somewhere that says communication. You've got to opt in for communication on that page. It's just worth letting people know
right
that.
here.
Yeah.
I did not do that for her, so it looks like you're automatically opted in unless you opt out, because I did not change that for her.
Yeah. When I looked at mine was on opt out.
Really? Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
it's worthwhile people checking, because if they don't opt in for it, they won't get communication. And I also think that will be dependent on whether your upline can see your contact details or not.
Okay.
That's what I
Yeah.
heard.
Okay. And then I will have on ATP, it's a very, very long email address on how to get connected with the Healy newsletter again, but it is on ATP 123. Hopefully we'll have that up within the next day or two completely, so that people can start accessing it. But yeah, so, and I noticed the profile. So yeah, she doesn't, yeah, it's interesting. It seems like there's a lot missing. So we'll have to update. But anyway, I wanted to show where to get the financials, because that's going to be important for people, because we're still getting paid, but people haven't known where to go to get their iPayout. So on the little video that I put together, I did, part of it was getting into your back office and showing you this, and then part of it was getting into the shop and then showing everybody on the screen how to get in with the URLs. So, so that's what that little video will be. You won't have to wade through a Zoom call to find it. It's about 15 minutes, 13 minutes, I think, of helping people just decipher those two things, because we have to learn new URLs and it is a little bit confusing. Okay, I think that's all I have. Is there any questions? Probably a
Maria,
lot.
someone said fab document. I'm gonna say fab document too. So fabulous. One thing that I'm surprised no one asked the question about is the them putting off the subscription because of all the backlog with the website. Like the end of the month, June stuff. And when that's going to be available, or is it available now? Do you know?
The HealAdvisor?
Yep.
The HealAdvisor search app is available.
Okay, so people can go do that now if they couldn't get in at the end of the month and they postponed that whole thing.
Yeah, so they would go to, let me move this up a little bit again. They would go to my shop and my modules, app modules. Click on that. This is different about this shopping cart. Remember how the old shopping cart was just, you kept scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and everything was there, and that's not how this is. Everything is broken up into individuals. So you do have to kind of go flipping around and that type of thing. But the HealAdvisor search app is right. Where is it? Did I pass it? Oh, it's the first one. There it is, right there. So yes, you can purchase it.
Okay, good. Okay, I didn't, even go look. Okay, and then Deborah's asking what's the best place to send people for support until ATP 123 is up. I would say that on the email I sent earlier today, if you scroll down, there's lots of places for support. There's some of the other calls that are weekly, the Freddie Press stuff. I mean, it depends on what kind of support you're looking for. There's tons of YouTube videos that we have on Gwen&Maria 2020 on YouTube. There's other people that have lots of videos. So it depends on if they're having like a right now issue, or if it's just a question, or it's a pink dot or blue dot, how to use them. I mean, we have lots of videos on the YouTube channel that you can get to without going to ATP 123. And on the email that I sent earlier today with this Zoom link, there's a lot of links to other ways to get to support. And so someone else just posted, well, what if it's a new user? We have all that on Gwen&Maria 2020 on the YouTube channel. So we have how to use the blue dot app, how to use the pink dot app,
I can go there too, for anybody that doesn't already know that. I did want to, I mean, because you've got all this down here, but real quick before I go there, Gwen, I don't mean to interrupt you, but look, I can't select, I can't put a serial number in. So this isn't something that's working yet, because it's not allowing me to shop. Let me log in really quick as my mom and see if that makes a difference, because that will obviously make a difference for us. Yeah, there's so many resources now. Last year when we were doing this, there were hardly any resources, and they were so few and far between. Now there's so many resources. You can just literally type into Google search, Healy information and find stuff. Okay, so I'm going to go to the app module. Now that I'm in her back office, so her name shows up there now, and I'm going to go to the HealAdvisor. Let me see if I can order it now that I'm going in as her. Oh, yep. There's her residence, her 2 residences, and her holistic health. So you literally have to be signed in to get that. We're buying a lot for my mom today. But yeah, so it's there.
And also I'm asking Catherine to unmute yourself and ask her question, because she's talking about an advisor watch bundle situation, if it was rectified, but I'm not sure what that means exactly.
Yeah, if you've purchased the Healy bundle way back when, at Watch Bundle, which included the HealAdvisor, I know there was some kind of, like, what do you do?
It's actually, I think, going to be cheaper, less expensive, to go in to delete all of those bundles and go in and reestablish your DNA and your connector, your watch connector, and your HealAdvisor will be free if you've already purchased it. And
Oh, so cancel the subscription.
I haven't done that yet personally. I need to do that, but I really believe that it's going to be less money to do that.
So that would be the DNA, the HealAdvisor is free, and you said the watch connector.
So it's just the watch connector and the DNA, the digital nutrition.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Okay.
In fact, while we're here, let's just go to the app again and let's look at the digital nutrition.
I need to do this one myself. I haven't done this yet.
Yeah, and then the watch connector
I was personally worried about canceling them without knowing for sure the other one was coming back, and then thinking I would screw myself up somehow.
Well, and what you could do is you could go into your back office in the old one and show that in June you paid for that subscription. So that if there were any discrepancy, you could screenshot or scan that document, whatever you've printed off, and then upload it to a support ticket and say, I had this purchased by the end of June even. And so therefore I should get it.
June this year? June this year.
June this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mine,
Anytime. Yeah. I mean, I've been paying for it the whole time since it came out. So I've more than purchased several of them now.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So there's the back office. I don't think I had anything else specifically to show.
I have one more question about iDecide. Does anybody remember how to access that if we purchase those lifetime memberships?
Somebody responded to that on the chat already. The
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll look. Okay.
Does anybody want to see anything in the back office? I will pull back up the ATP because I know people are missing it. .weebly.com. So if you want to, you can be, at least accessing it from afar, knowing that it's just going to keep changing and tweaking as we move these around. So please don't judge. Like I said on this business page, we're not going to, oh, not that one. Which one was it? Was it the device page? I saw Cindy smile when I said we weren't going to Africa. I can't remember what page it was on though. It's not that one. Oh, here on the Your Connections page though, right down here, this is where you would click to join the newsletter. So if you're not sure if you're in there, you can click and do that. I did put in here the Vimeo channel, the Healy World Vimeo channel. So let me just go there because people were asking about the YouTube and Vimeo, but all of these are just available to you can share them. They're awesome. You can go through and share and copy the URL and send them. So there's that one. And then here is the YouTube official Healy YouTube channel. So look at there, all of this, just go to the, I made it so that it goes to the videos. So all of these are here. Healy Kickstarter, that's one of those little 2-minute videos. These are more just their promotional stuff than any of the real helpful ones as far as technical. But if you go to the Gwen&Maria, and that's also, it will be on that site as well, 2020. And you just click on that one and click on videos. These are the videos that we've done for Healy. So all of these are somehow Healy related. There's a couple in here that are just some other things that Gwen and I have done. I Hercules and Quick Click, but the majority of stuff in here is all Healy related. Here is the pink dot and the blue dot, start to finish. These will be on ATP 123 in the blue dot and pink dot pages so that you can click on it, send someone there. It is a Zoom call, but when you click on these, if you scroll down and show more, all of them are time stamped. So you can go through everything that you need within that. Back office program location, obviously that will be not anymore, but so we may have to do these again with the new back office and as we learn more, but those are the places you go to find those.
Maria, can I just ask you, is there a quick way to do timestamps, or do you have to do that manually?
Timestamp for?
In the description on your YouTube channel.
Oh, you just go in, you mean how to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you just go in when you're editing and it allows you to put the description in. So if it's 10 seconds in, you do 00:10. So that's 10 seconds. And then you just space and then put your description and then return and do the next one. And it'll automatically do it for you. If you do it in there, if you put it in there and type it in there, it'll automatically do it for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. That is one thing that I wanted to show. Did I already bring that? Because Deborah's on the call. Deborah she is our UK team, and she has, oh, let me move this back up. She has an amazing YouTube channel here. And she put this together. Was this the most recent one, Deborah? You just did this, right? This is the one we were on?
We did that one a few hours ago tonight.
Oh, okay. So when she does this, literally she and Jane get on here and they go through Healy from start to finish, through the science, and they educate you through it. And then they talk about why Healy, and then they talk about the programs. And so we will be putting, whichever one you want, Deborah, I'll be putting one of these on ATP 123 on that first steps. You just got your Healy, so that they can watch everything from start to finish, because they really are super thorough on everything they go through. I was on the call and it was amazing. I was like, wow, I want this. I want everybody to listen to it. And then they have these wonderful accents that you just melt into and you just listen and it's great. So, but this is the Frequency Alchemist, and that's her page. And so she's got a lot of really cool things in here too, remembering that this is abroad, so they can say things a little bit differently than we can. So what's not—
Maria, I'm going to ask you another question about where you're at before you go to something else. So on both the Healy the Healy Advisor, is it free with the residents? And the next question is similar. With the search app that you just did, which is what they're talking about, is that the one that is included in the one-time purchase if you already have the residents?
Yeah, so let's go over that. Okay, so the HealAdvisor Search app, do you see it? It's on every single module. The digital nutrition. The HealAdvisor Search module is on every single one because it is included as a one-time fee in the new pricing. So if you purchase a gold, then you are going to get the gold cycle, the bioenergetic support. Remember, that's the one that has the bioenergetic boost and the coherence in it. So it has those. I think it has 2 of the pain programs within the pain category like it did before. And then the HealAdvisor Search module comes with it. Now, it will come about 2 weeks after. All of a sudden, you'll get an update in your Pink Dot app, or you'll get I think your account will just be updated, and you will have to download now that Swoosh or that Wave app in order to access it. So what I probably will start telling people is just go ahead. Like if they were to purchase a gold, I would have them download the Pink Dot app, which they can use right away, and the little Swoosh app, the little Wave app that they can access when they get their HealAdvisor. And when it's activated, it will allow them to type in their stuff. There's a little cool video on the HealAdvisor search information on the website. There's a little video in the Academy, and it shows how to log into it and how to get it accessed so that it's for life. Okay, so that's from now moving forward. Anybody who already had a Healy before July 6th and they didn't have a subscription for the HealAdvisor Search app, if you want to have it as a lifetime gift from Healy, then you will need to go in between now and the end of August and purchase 1 month. Just go in and start it and purchase it, and then it will automatically be yours. I've had that subscription for months, so I didn't have to do anything. I just didn't let my subscription elapse before the end of June or before the end of July 6th. I made sure that it was still active into July. So now I should get it on my own. Hopefully that explains that.
So just to clarify one more time, because we're going to get a million questions, is if everyone had it like you and I did, and you cancel the subscription, maybe take a screenshot showing that you had it, cancel the subscription, and then you will keep having it.
Right.
Right.
I would go, if you're going to cancel, like I will cancel mine, but I have documentation that I can go back through of all my records showing I've been paying for it for a long time, because remember, they email you your receipt. Thank you for your subscription payment, whatever. So remember, we get those in email every time that they charge our credit card. So I have a log of how long I've had the HealAdvisor Search app. And so as long as you have documentation that you paid for it in either June or July, then you're good. If you cancel the subscription and you just don't have it, and going in and reactivating your Healy through the shop now isn't helping, then definitely put in a service ticket and then attach that document that your credit card got charged. You should own the HealAdvisor Search app, and when should you look for it?
Okay, good. I think that's clear. Okay. And then someone's asking, since ATP is under construction, is it still okay to use the link to send to people while it's under construction?
I'm showing it just for us because all of us need it. It's not going to be very long before it's up and running. I'm guesstimating another day, maybe 2 at the most. So I wouldn't hand the link out because it's a Weebly link. As soon as we go live with ATP123.com, that Weebly link won't work anymore. So I wouldn't give the link to anybody unless it's just your downline and you're saying use this temporarily for like the next couple of days. But if you have to get in and get something, at least you can see. Now, what we're going to do is on this website is it's not going to be as in-depth as the other one was. The other one had so much information, but the new website really has so much good information. We're just going to put things that they haven't really covered, like how to get to your financial page and how to sign someone up. You know, they don't really go into depth in those places. So those are the things we're going to put in there that are helpful and useful. And then as we go along, obviously we will take suggestions on what you'd like to see and what we can upload and what documents. We'll probably have just a resource page that is just all kinds of resources, whether it be a video or a PDF or whatever, so you can just scroll through and grab what you need.
Okay, and I hate to do this, but there's still questions about this advisor thing. So Noni says she purchased it a few days ago and it's still grayed out. So I don't know either. I mean, do you think that they do have it resolved, that you can add it if she did it a few days ago?
I remember with digital nutrition, it took about 4 days, 3 to 5 days or whatever. I just kept going in and checking. And then all of a sudden one day I was able to get in. So,
okay, she's talking about grayed out on her Healy, not on, I mean, on her, I thought she was talking about on the shopping thing. Never
no,
mind.
on the phone. Yeah, I would say just keep checking because
it took a week for me to get digital nutrition and it just showed up one day. So I misread that. Okay. So then Julie's iPad. So Julie's asking, so again, if we purchase the search app, the advisor in June, we should cancel the subscription to stop future charges. That's what we just said. Right?
Yep.
Okay. So
but make sure you have a receipt of your purchase, right? That you purchased it before the end of June or before the end of,
it doesn't matter. So just to say it one more time, it doesn't matter if you got it last year in August. It doesn't matter if you got it in June or July. If you bought the subscription before the end of June, okay, end of June, then just make sure you have some documentation, either the email or something showing you had it, and then cancel the subscription. And that doesn't matter when you bought it. So we just keep referencing June because that was when they put it on.
That was the original.
Yeah, that was the original thing.
That was the original. They've now extended it to the end of August because they knew that not everybody was going to have their ears perked up, that they needed to have it by the end of June. So since they extended the overall sale, the global sale of all of the old Healy editions to July 6th, they did extend it there, but now they've actually extended it into this, you know, the new Healy 2.0 website where you can go ahead and sign up for the subscription, and then it should automatically be canceled after that. I'm not sure exactly what that looks like. Hopefully they'll talk about that on one of the corporate calls. Okay. Is there anything else that anybody needs? Everybody's really quiet, so I'm assuming everybody's deep in thought, or they've already gotten their bottle of wine out.
That's probably it. We've lost them already.
We lost you all.
It's like, okay, like, all right. So I don't have anything else. And like I said, we have this call again in 2 weeks. We'll cover the coil. We'll cover whatever else we know. Someone's asking actually for that name again, Frequency Alchemist. What's it called? Frequency
Alchemist. Go to Google. I'm sorry, go to YouTube, and in the search bar, type in Frequency Alchemists.
Okay.
And it has that really pretty banner with Deborah's picture on there.
There we go. So we have new stuff, and Maria has been working super hard since ATP went down. So you guys, please be patient.
Please be patient. Yeah, if there's links that are down, we know. We're just trying to coordinate pages and make it even more user-friendly than the other one was, because the other one was pretty overwhelming with a lot of information. So we're trying really hard to learn from our mistakes on that and give us something that's even more user-friendly. And so that's going to be reworking pages and adding pages. And if you have suggestions, that's awesome. Just let us know. But if we have links that are down, yeah, we will go through all of those links before we go live. Yeah, after we're live, if there's links that are down, yes, please let us know.
Yeah, Maria's not just sitting around having a cup of coffee. We already had a huge agenda before the website went down, which was not planned. And so to get it back up in amidst of everything else, the Healy calls, the apprentice stuff, she's working on her house. I mean, she's got a lot going on.
We have a lot going on. We have a lot going on. It's okay.
And just for the people that came in a little late, I'll be sending out an update on the apprentice stuff, the lab work, all that stuff by tomorrow. I have it basically ready to send out. I'm just waiting to see what other questions I get, because every time I send something, it generates 10 or 20 more questions. So I'm just trying to get, figure out what those are so I can respond to everybody at one time. And I really appreciate you guys. And so the next call, just to give you the exact date, is not next Tuesday, but the following Tuesday is August 3rd. And it's always at 5 o'clock Central, 4 Eastern, 6 Eastern, 4 Mountain, 3 Pacific, I guess. So anyway, we want to see you guys again in 2 weeks, and I don't have anything else, Maria.